Welcome to Spoilerwood.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Welcome to Spoilerwood, where we give our spoiler reviews on some of the last films that have released in the year prior to the episode releasing.
Yeah.
First one on the segment is Superman.
Yay.
As we can tell, Hayden isn't the biggest fan of it, but we'll.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It gives a good like opinion for us both to start off.
Yeah.
With. So, great start. My phone's already decided to go off.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It only did it for a second. I managed to catch it.
Quick thing, I'm your anonymous host Z, and I'm with my co-host Hayden. I forgot to do the introductions of ourselves anyway.
It's fine. Don't worry. This is the first time we've done a Spoilerwood. Before we get into it, Spoilerwood will hopefully be a bi-weekly thing, so one episode every 2 weeks to go alongside the main H&Z podcast, because we just thought it'd be a good idea. And my wonderful co-host Z came up with the amazing name Spoilerwood. And a few weeks now?
Yeah.
A few weeks later, here we are recording the first episode.
And obviously this is Spoilerwood, so if you come here and you haven't seen those projects, prepare for spoilers.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're an idiot.
We're not going to shy away.
Yeah, we're going to go into full in-depth spoilers, so if you don't like it, you've clicked on a clip called Welcome to Spoilerwood. That is completely your fault.
I was going to be nicer than that, but okay.
Sorry, it's called Welcome to Spoilerwood.
That's fine, that's fine. Right, let's get into it.
Yeah.
The opening scene.
I'm not the biggest fan of the opening. I'm going to be honest.
I am, because there is no origin for Superman, and I like that.
No, I don't mind that. I just don't like the fact that they've done the text overlays instead of showing us that fight scene.
Yeah, I guess.
That's like my only little pet peeve of it, because it's like, Superman landed here years ago. Like, I don't mind that bit, but you could show that bit whilst you're showing him fighting Hammer of Baravia. Like, that would have been cool.
I guess. I don't know. I just like the idea that it doesn't go through all the 45-minute everyone else does, like explaining that this is Clark Kent and this is why he became Superman.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think that it didn't need an origin.
No.
Thankfully, James Gunn has done that now. He's like, there's no point doing origins for these already established characters, because obviously Batman's already been introduced in Creature Commandos. He shows up briefly in that. So
I haven't watched Creature Commandos yet.
I haven't. I've just seen that clip.
I probably should.
It's good. It's alright.
I think Superman getting beat was a very interesting choice to go with, and I do actually like it. I don't. Obviously, he's meant to, save the day, but it's good that it actually takes the turn of what happens when he doesn't.
Yeah, and plus, obviously, with Hammer of Baravia being a Superman clone, which is revealed later on, it's like, it really adds to the effect of it, of the dramaticness of him getting beat.
We will discuss the Superman clone later on in more depth.
But that's just a brief...
brief little thing about what's to come for this one. Seeing him get beat at the start was an interesting take, because not a lot of superhero movies do that.
Yeah.
I think the best example will probably be Kick-Ass, because it opens with a guy trying to fly and he ends up dying by splatting the car.
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass is amazing. You really do need to watch it.
I need to watch it. It does look really good.
David Cornsweet, I now believe, is a very good choice for Superman.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially with who Batman is rumoured to be being played by, and I can't remember the actor's name as of right now. So I'm really sorry, I can't tell you who it is.
Brandon Schuyler or something?
Something like that, yeah. It's Brandon something.
Yeah, Brandon Schuyler. He does actually look really similar to Cornsweet, which obviously helps with the comics where they're very similar looking.
Yeah.
Because that creates the effect of like them in a lot of iterations swapping costumes to like play a trick with villains.
Yeah, 100%. I think as well, my God, my phone, sorry everyone, it's being really awkward.
I'm just really hoping that they keep with Batman and Superman having like that kind of buddy relationship.
Yeah, same.
You don't really, like, obviously with Zack Snyder's, I didn't really get much of it. I know they tried to set it up, and obviously they didn't really do that because they did fight and kill each other.
Yeah.
But I do like them two having like that jokey relationship where Batman's more like broody and all that, and then his
100%.
more positive atmosphere, and just how it interlinks.
Yeah, I think one thing I will say, and this is like a down from me, and I told you about this the first time I watched it, there is too many characters in it to be a Superman film. First time I watched this film, as Z well knows, I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. I have now watched it a couple times since, and I don't think it's a bad film. I understand it's setting up the James Gunn universe, and that's fine. I actually don't mind Guy Gardner's Green Lantern being in it, and I don't really mind Mr. Terrific or Hawkgirl being in it.
Yeah.
I just think maybe if you're going to call it Superman, focus more on Superman. Because I know it did, but there was more about Lois and everyone trying to stop everyone from believing about Superman being told to rule the world, which is obviously a big plot.
Yeah, I don't think the Justice Gang were they. I could have lived without them being in the movie. If that makes sense.
I do like that Nathan Fillion is finally getting the chance to play Green Lantern because he's wanted that for a while.
That is I love Nathan.
Nathan Fillion is
he's
great.
Amazing. I love him to bits. He's funny.
Yeah, he's an incredible man.
Yeah.
I think one thing as well, and I'm not as bothered about this now. I've said it to you before we started Spoilerwood.
Yeah.
James Gunn's comedy doesn't work a lot of the time for me.
Yeah.
Because, especially with Peacemaker, it didn't work. Because Peacemaker is meant to be a serious comedy show.
Yeah, I wasn't
there was
too big
something. There was some scenes that I was just like, well, that's just taking you out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
In Superman, I found that to be the same the first time around.
Yeah.
But having watched it again, Crypto is a little shit. And I love that. It's amazing.
The only part of James Gunn comedy that did work for me was the door. You know, when it's like Mr. Terrific and it's his little garage door.
Yeah. That didn't work for me.
No, I was just like, okay, haha. It's when Lois explains the joke. That's what took me out of it.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Like, I had a little grin when it was the door, like, being slow to open, but then she was like, couldn't have invested in a better door. And I was like, shut up!
Yeah.
We can see door open slowly. You don't need to tell us.
It doesn't really...
Doesn't need commentary.
Yeah, I think, as well... on the subject of Mr. Terrific, he seemed very out of place.
What do you mean?
Everyone else is sort of a known superhero, like Hawkgirl's known, Superman's known, Green Lantern's known, obviously Lex Luthor, all the others. Mr. Terrific I'd never heard of until this film.
Oh.
And I don't know if that's my knowledge lacking, or I am generally like right in the fact that he's not as big as DC Comics.
He's not as well known, but he is still, like, very important. He's, like, one of the top... I think, if I remember what I read correctly, he's top 3 smartest people in the DC
Right,
universe.
Okay, so he is important in some capacity then. Right, that's fine. That's fine. I can live with that then.
Batman, Lex, and him are, like, top 3, like, smartest characters in the universe.
Okay, I can live with that then.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of characters in that film that I don't think needed to be in it, but I understand he's setting up his little
universe,
Gunniverse, as I'm going to call it.
Gunniverse, I love that.
Well, I can't call it the other thing. Gooniverse.
Oh, yeah,
you can't call it that.
You can't really call it that.
The little James Gunniverse that he's got going on, the DCU.
Yeah.
I understand that. I randomly read Lanterns is going to be R-rated.
Ooh, that's
little side while we're here, just because I mentioned it. Nathan Fillion recently did an interview, because obviously he's in it as one of the Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
He said more F-bombs in Lanterns than he has in his entire career.
Oh, that's going to be good. I like that.
Which hints at the fact that it could be a 15s or an 18s.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting.
I hope so.
But anyway, back to Superman. I literally just remembered that then.
Yeah.
I was meant to mention it in the episode of H&Z, but I forgot. It's literally just come back to my head. The characters just, there was a lot there, and it made it not hard to follow for me, but there was a lot going on with obviously Superman trying to prove he's right, the Justice Gang trying to help him, and Lois and all that, and what they were doing. There's just a lot to follow.
I get what you mean, yeah. I didn't feel like that. To me, it didn't feel like those characters were taking anything away. Like, it still felt like all the attention was on Superman.
They weren't taking anything away. It was just the idea that there's like 3 separate things happening in order to help Superman. I don't think that was necessarily needed.
I can see what you mean.
I think have them all work together as one in one same place. Don't have one go over there, one go over there, and one go over there.
Yeah.
Like
I can see what you mean. Yeah. Definitely.
It just became very who's doing what.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I do like the characters in it, and yes, we are moving on to that now. Lex Luthor, I think, was played very well.
Oh, Nicholas Hoult was actually terrific in that role.
And on the subject of Lex Luthor, yes, I see what you did there. Terrific, I see ya. And one thing that I will mention, because it's the same character, he said twink in Peacemaker.
He did. He did say that.
I know, like, that seems really random, but the fact that's the first time I've seen a character from, like, a kiddified, like, superhero film go into a really serious adult show.
Are we allowed to say that on this?
Probably not, but I don't care because it's in context.
Fair enough.
I'm quoting what you said.
Yeah.
So I don't see. I'm not being derogatory, so I think I'm okay.
I don't hate the fact that it was like said in the thing. I think it when it's used appropriately in context, I think that's what made it all right for Peacemaker, sorry. Especially because his character is very, very, like, evil. His character's very offensive in that regard.
I like the idea that it shows that Lex doesn't have a filter as a character, because obviously in a lot, if you follow Marvel, you would think like, you would just sort of think that he's just gonna be
just an evil man, but then it's like no,
I'm evil because I can be, but no, he has like a genuine hatred.
Yeah, it's a genuine. I love it though, because he is just such an incredible like hater.
Yeah,
like he's not even like. You have villains and then you have haters where he falls into, and it's a lot better of a character like development.
It's really good. It's one of my favourite like things of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
To like one of my favourite adaptations of Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to Superman 2 because of that adaptation.
Yeah. Apparently, yeah. Superman 2 should be really good, especially now that they've casted Brainiac.
Yes, they've cast Brainiac, and I can't remember who it is. So.
I don't know his name. I just know he.
Yeah. Moving on to the mechanic.
Yes.
Very interesting character, but again, I don't know who they are.
No, I don't either.
This is the thing this is what I mean by saying there was a lot of characters, like Green Lantern, fair enough, he's a major character, Supergirl, Krypto, they're all like known main characters. But there was a few that just weren't there.
Yeah.
So I think the mechanic was interesting. The mechanic was very interesting because of how Lex explained it, like putting the micro things in her blood to make her make her thingy.
And it's another way to show how like evil of a person.
Yeah,
he's manipulated
this person to do that act and have all of this happen to her in order for Lex to get what he wants. Mm-hmm. But no, she was interesting. I do like her character.
I hope we see more of her as like it goes on, because obviously I don't obviously want her to be like, obviously like a Lex Luthor type villain. I don't want her to have that influence, but I still want more development into her as her character and her like.
Yeah, 100%. She was very interesting. She was. Do you know what she reminded me of? If the Iron Man suits were their own person, like the nanotech ones.
Yeah.
That's what she reminded me of a lot. Is like if Jarvis or Friday was its own being.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
Go on.
You know Big Hero 6?
Yeah.
You know those bots, but like if it was a darker movie. Yeah, the microbots.
Yeah. No, 100%.
That's what it reminded me of.
That's what I was trying to get to, but I couldn't think of the right way to word it.
Yeah.
But no, definitely.
I do also like how it took a very dark turn towards the end, like how she was like trying to kill Superman, like filling up his lungs.
Yes,
that was a really, really nice detail.
As I told you, I watched it with Jaden, and Jaden hated that scene because of how dark and how like it was going. It's very real.
That's why
in the term of what she can do.
That's why it just felt so nice.
Jaden wasn't a big fan of that scene. It was very like it was one of them. It was like one of them like you sort of start gagging and just.
It was like retching. Him pulling them out. And
you start retching, and the fact that you could actually see his spit coming like as you did it, which often or not, and I'm going to example of Spider-Man 3 here. When Eddie gets taken over by the symbiote, he obviously coughs it up to try and get it out when it goes in his mouth. And you don't see anything else come out. You don't see anything come out. It's just the symbiote. So to actually have them go to the lengths of when Superman is pulling it out, to have his spit or whatever else comes out was very realistic.
It's a very good attention to detail, which I think is what James Gunn is going for.
I hope so, because that will make me enjoy DC more than I normally do. Mm-hmm. One thing that was also good, Supergirl had a short little scene in it.
I love the Supergirl scene in it.
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, Supergirl is Supergirl the next film? Or is Clayface first? No, Supergirl's for next.
Supergirl's first, and then it's
Clayface.
I think Lanterns comes out just before though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's a TV show.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So, talking just films, I think Supergirl's next.
Which is why I got the trailer.
Yeah, which would be very interesting to see.
But I do like the fact that, like...
It's comic accurate.
No, but I love the fact that you've had Superman in the beginning be very, like, dismissive of Krypto, but when he gets taken, you see him get very...
Where's the dog, Luthor? Where's the dog?
He gets so scared, and you obviously think, oh, it's just because he cares for it. No, it's because he's fearing for Kara's reaction.
He's fearing, like, I'm going to die. Like, she's going to kill me.
Like, it changes that scene completely when you watch it.
When you realise,
he's just like, Luther, please.
Luther, where's the dog? Where is it? She's gonna kill me.
Luther, it's just a dog.
Yeah, it's a dog, please. Like the fear in his eyes.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Also, Luther going, ugly dog in a cape whilst he's stinking is so good. It's such a shit house.
But, Supergirl's scene, despite being very brief, is very good.
I love her to bits. And I also do love, like, how David Corn's, like, his Superman's like, this is why he's got attitude problems, this is why. It very much links his Krypto's entire character.
Yes, 100%. I'm going to skip over the next thing for now and go to this because it's more relevant to what we were talking about. There is a specific scene in it where Clark and Lois do an interview, but Clark does it as Superman.
Yeah.
And one of the things I loved is that the minute the glasses went off, his shoulders went broad, he changed his voice, like everything, every single part of it changed from Clark to Kal-El. It was great.
Yeah, when that happens in like the other Superman movies, you don't feel much of a difference. But when he did it,
David changes his whole...
I think it was him, and I think off the top of my head, Christopher Reeves, but I might be wrong. Are the main two Supermen?
Christopher Reeves doesn't change his voice.
Who's the other one then? There was another one who changed his like entire mannerisms.
Literally, the only mannerism change between Reeves's Clark and Superman is Clark is more clumsy. That's it.
I remember there's been two that I know of that have like accurately changed like their characterisms and mannerisms.
Yeah, we'll look at it once we've done this because I can't remember which one it is. It might be Tyler Hoechling's in Superman and Lois, to be fair.
Might be. Oh yeah, it might be because he's like on like a date with Lois and he's like about to tell her that he's Superman, but then he like cowers out.
In Superman and Lois, she already knows.
Okay, no, then what I'm thinking of is he's about to like, admit.
Superman 2, it is Christopher Reeves.
See, I knew it!
Yeah.
Genius.
No, I know the scene you're on about now, yeah.
My ball knowledge is
immense. I just thought that the way the actor who plays Superman, David Corn, the way he sort of went into it so fluidly, it was like, oh yeah, I'm Clark. Oh, hello, Miss Lane.
Yeah.
I'm Superman. Like, what do you want to talk about?
I also love like the camera working when they do it. Like it follows him and he's just like sat there. And it's when he goes from like Superman, he lunges forward, staring into the camera. And
hello, Miss Lane.
It's so nice.
It's to physically show the difference between Clark and Superman. Yeah. It doesn't happen often, and it's great.
And as a love for filmmaking, I was looking at like all the camera work and all the lighting.
I can imagine you really enjoyed that.
Oh, it was just amazing.
Moving on.
Actually, no, I have a little bit more to say.
Go on.
I do love how, like, throughout the interview, you start to see him get more and more like immature in a way, and like childish.
Yes, when still, like, being asked about the
like the Baravia
situation,
into a cactus.
Yeah,
you definitely see, and like the way that like. He's still human, and he gets like upset at like the stuff that Lois says about like Superman.
Yeah,
and he's like moaning, and he's like, you know, specifically that one irritates me.
Yeah, it's like you know that question immediately gets like
it's human. It's so nice, and like their relationship and like their like humanity, it felt really nice.
Yes, 100%.
Sorry,
no, it's alright. Don't worry. I didn't realise you had more to say on it, but no, it's a really good scene. It's probably one of my favourite scenes in the film.
Really nice, yeah.
We will now move on to more detail about the Superman clone.
Yeah.
Because I think that's an important thing that we should discuss. Ultraman, yes. Yeah. Very interesting and a very good reveal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
The first time around, I was like, this is like too easy to not be a Superman clone.
Yeah.
So
I do like how they like renamed him and everything. He was called like Hammer of Baravia.
Yeah, this opening scene, he's Hammer of Baravia and all sorts. They try to really keep it undercover, but no, it's interesting to see how easy it is to clone Superman.
It also shows like Luthor's manipulation because he's like obviously the whole thing with Ultraman is he's controlled by like
she's like B6, A12, C24.
1A.
Yeah.
1A. 1A. 1A.
Yeah, that whole thing is very, very, very much interesting thing. The reveal itself, like I said, I saw it coming.
Yeah.
So for me, it wasn't as good as it probably should have been.
Yeah.
So just it was interesting. I liked it.
It was really nice. I do like how like. Especially for that scene when it's like it breaks off and he just takes it off and it's like it's his face.
Yeah,
was a really nice way to do it instead of like someone going. Obviously, after it's explained, we took a bit of your hair.
We took a bit of your hair from.
But I do like the fact that he's not specifically just called his clone instantly. He takes it off, and that's a nice reveal.
Yeah, 100%.
Show don't tell. One of my
yes. I think that's all. We can basically go in detail on Ultraman.
Yeah.
I'll let you take the next part that we're going to talk about because you understand it more than I do, because I still don't get it, kind of.
So the parents' speech, I do like how they twisted it into... They only showed the opening few bits, which are like more positive and uplifting.
Yeah.
But then when Luther breaks in and obviously hacks into it, he gets the full message, where the full message is him basically say is where... words.
You're lucky it paused out there.
Is where Superman's parents are like, you're an alien, you're something powerful, you can turn these into your mindless slaves, they can do what you want. But I do like the fact that Superman never knew that part.
Yes, and by his own, he chose his own fate by becoming his own humanity, like saviour sort of thing.
He interpreted the first half of it as him having to be a hero to like use his powers for good.
Yeah, 100%.
And I do like how obviously seeing the full message makes him paint out as a villain.
Yes,
that was a really nice thing. Obviously, you don't understand it. What about it did you not?
I just got confused because I thought it was an edit. I didn't realise it was the actual I thought Lex had edited that as part of his manipulation.
I thought that initially, but then when they were in the, I think it was Maxwell building.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, it's real. Oh, it's actually what they wanted him to be. And then because it creates his like heartfelt speech at the very end, which is what we're going to talk about next. It makes that so much more impactful. Yeah,
because he's chosen his own like thingy, like what he wants to do and not what he was told to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was just. It confused me a bit, that's all. But apart from that, no, it's I do sort of get it now. I understand it now. Like now, I've watched it more than once.
Yeah. Speaking about the speech,
yes, the final speech was incredible, and it shows, despite not being from Earth, Superman is still
a
human, and has the human qualities of worrying and being scared and being happy, sad, all the range of emotions that a normal person would have.
Yeah.
As well as being like, oh yeah, I'm this like super strong alien, which obviously he doesn't publicly say.
Yeah.
So it's just a very interesting thing to see that he perceives himself to be more human than alien.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the words, that's why I went a bit quiet.
Have you seen the not interview, but the set leak of like them two talking about that scene? Like,
I haven't seen anything to do with behind the scenes on the film.
James Gunn and David Cornsweet, they have like, not an argument, but they have like a debate about like what that scene was supposed to be. Obviously, Cornsweet, he went into that and he was like, why am I screaming at him? Why am I shouting at him about these things? If I'm truly human, shouldn't I just be saying it?
Yeah.
And James Gunn's there like, no, you know you're human. You're embracing the fact that you can feel emotions. You can feel the anger. And that's why you're lashing out and saying all these things to James while screaming at him. And I think that whole thing, is why I'm really happy James Gunn is in control of like this universe.
Yeah.
Because I think when it comes to those heartfelt moments, he's very good at knowing what he wants for it.
100%. He's also, I'm sorry to like sort of interject here. He, I think, compared to some of the other Superman adaptations, I'm going to exclude Tyler Hoechlin's adaptation here in the CW Superman and Lois because I think he's the best one. Cornsweet is the best of both. He's the best equal.
Yeah. 100%.
Between playing Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
We've been doing this for a while.
Clark
Kent and Superman.
Clark Kent.
Shut up. But no, he's the best at like getting the both sides of the character. He's really good at doing that.
I've been seeing loads of like press interviews with him, and he just is that character.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's incredible.
It was one of the best decisions to be picked for that role.
100%. I wasn't sure at first, but like obviously watching the film and seeing some interviews,
he's like the Tobey Maguire of the Superman like actors. You know how like Tobey Maguire was like he was arguably the best mix of the two. I think he's one of those.
Yeah, I don't agree Maguire was the best mix of the two, but we can dispute that.
I think he was the best I think he was the best Peter Parker. And I think for that he was a relatively strong Spider-Man, but I think he had, out of the three, he had the best combination.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think Andrew was the best Spider-Man.
Yeah, and then Tom is the best of 50-50 at balance in his one. Do you not reckon?
No.
That's what most people reckon, that Tom's the best balance.
No, I don't.
But
I love Tom, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He's incredible. But
Anyway, back to what we think.
Yeah.
These episodes are shorter, by the way, for everyone listening. They're intentionally shorter so that we don't have to do too much when we're doing double recordings. So we've only got one thing left, and that is Crypto being a little shit.
Oh, I love Crypto.
Throughout this entire film, it's amazing. Man's a little ankle biter.
Especially to Mr. Terrific.
You
brought the dog!
Why did you bring the dog, man? The dog! And then, obviously, what we were saying before about Superman fearing for his life over that Luthor might have possibly killed Crypto. And that leads to his death, if that is true.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
It's also funny how, like...
Crypto drives like half that plot. I'm not even being funny.
And when Crypto tackles Luthor at the very end.
Yeah, when he's just beating the crap out of him. And Superman's like, put him down, Crypto, put him down. Put him down. Like, it's great. So 100%. It's
just
amazing.
The way he gets tackled as well.
He goes right at Superman's face, he goes, boom, he's gone. Like, he just disappears out of frame. No.
Seeing the behind the scenes of that clip though was so much funnier.
Crypto is an incredible character, and I really hope they don't kill him off in Supergirl.
Because
that's what the trailer implies they will, but I don't think they would.
They won't. They wouldn't do that. If they do, it's going to be a very short end to the film.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, Crypto is an incredible character, and just overall on the Superman movie, I think will be a good way to end these. We're still figuring this out, kind of.
I love how Crypto is like it's like resembling James Gunn's actual dog.
Yes, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I think just as a way to end these, we do an overall take on the film.
What, like a out of 10?
No, just like an overall opinion.
Fair enough.
So
I'll let you go first.
Are you sure? I was going to let you go first because you rate the movie more than I do.
Exactly, so we'll end it on a positive high.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So, as a way to end it, so just going to do like an overall. So overall for me, I do rate the film, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's horrible. I don't think it's unwatchable. I do think it's a good film.
You've watched it more times than me. That's the funniest part.
Yeah, but that's because you kept saying it was good, so I kept rewatching it to try and get into it. I forced myself to watch it.
Oh, that's cute.
But no, it's not a bad film by any stretch of imagination. It's just it's one of those where it's like you'll either love it or you won't.
Yeah.
And I'm like sort of in the middle because there's good things about it for me and there's bad things about it for me. But overall, it's predominantly good things, which is interesting to think about. But no, it's not a horrible film by any means. It's a good start to the DCU, I think. I just expected it to be more centered on Superman as a physical being there.
Yeah.
But no, overall it's a 7 out of 10 for me probably. Fair. If we're doing a 10.
Fair.
Anyway,
I would overall I'd say it was a really good especially a really good start to the DCU. I think it was really good in establishing Superman as a main character, establishing his relationships, establishing villains and stuff. So that was a really good part of it. I think it was just very entertaining. I enjoyed some of the comedic bits. I thought some of it fell flat, but overall I definitely recommend watching it. So I'd give it a 9, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, fair enough. It's definitely worth watching for people who haven't seen it.
Oh, definitely,
yet. 100% go and watch it. I think that's about all we have to talk about it. Obviously, like I said, these are going to be shorter than the main episodes because there's not as much to talk about, and that's absolutely fine. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little first episode of the side project for Spoilerwood. Please, comments, whatever, let us know what you think was good and what you think was bad so we can take some feedback on that.
Mm-hmm.
And we will do the next episode of Spoilerwood in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening, guys.